All right, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So we got some interesting information regarding Palworld and a new partnership with Sony. Now, it's not exactly what you might think it is. We're going to get into this article by Engadget in a second, but yeah, if you guys don't know, Palworld is not out on PlayStation. That's something that a lot of people have been asking for. This doesn't seem to confirm that it will be coming out on PlayStation. I think it's a step in the right direction, and it might lead to something like that. But anyways, we're going to talk about what exactly this partnership is, what the implications are, and we're going to read through this article. So this is an article by Will Shanklin, and it reads as follows. The makers of Palworld have formed a new company in partnership with Sony. And then we just go down a bit here. The maker of Xbox Game Pass stalwart Palworld said on Wednesday it's forming a new company in partnership with Sony. Palworld developer and publisher Pocket Pair announced its new team-up with Sony Music Entertainment and to create Palworld Entertainment Inc. The joint venture's stated purpose is to accelerate the multifaceted global development of Palworld and its further expansion, which sounds like corporate speak for merch, which the author is right. The deal includes Sony Music Entertainment Inc., an anime studio and game publisher Aniplex Inc., both part of the broader Sony Corporation. Pocket Pair says Palworld merchandise will soon be available for pre-order. The joint venture's new website describes the newly formed Palworld Entertainment Inc. as handling Palworld's licensing operations. We are responsible for the various domestic and international licensing operations for Pocket Pair's game Palworld, with the aim of accelerating the multifaceted development of Palworld and further expanding the IP, according to the official website's About section. A press release added that the conglomerate will aim to develop the IP's reach and expand the commercial business endeavors. In other words, there's money to be made and they will capitalize on it. When Palworld launched in early access in January, many in the gaming industry speculated Nintendo would sue it. The game, which sold over 1 million copies in 8 hours and exceeded 25 million players within its first month, isn't subtle about its Pokemon influence and includes nearly one-to-one likeness of some of the long-standing franchise's creatures, which the player, yes, collects and battles. But so far, the Pokemon Company has held back its lawyers. That's because they can't do anything, because it doesn't actually break copyright, which a lot of people kept saying it would, but it did not. Anyway, so basically, Palworld is expanding its brand. Now, a lot of people just think merch, which obviously that's like the main thing. Like, that's where Pokemon makes most of its money. Why not Palworld? But to me, I see a broader context here. So Palworld, yes, it's a game. It's a survival game, but it can be so much more, just like Pokemon is, right? Pokemon, you have the mainline games. You also have spin-off titles. You also have anime, you also have, again, merch, you also have manga. So Palworld really could, especially with, Sony backing it, expand, because a lot of people aren't into survival games, and most of the people still playing Palworld aren't really monster taming fans. I've noticed they're mostly just survival enthusiasts, like people from Ark and whatnot. So I think if Palworld did expand and had spin-offs and stuff, like maybe they'll have an RPG, maybe they'll have some sort of like MOBA game or something. I'm just making stuff up. But if Palworld were to expand into having different types of spin-offs and stuff using the pals that it's already established, they really could expand the franchise like exponentially and reach an insane amount of people. Like, not everybody's into the gun aspect of Palworld. So imagine a Palworld game that is set in a version of the world that doesn't have guns but just has the monsters battle each other. They could literally make a Nexomon / Coromon / like Temtem-esque monster taming game that basically uses Pokemon's turn-based formula in a nutshell and uses the pals. That could be like a spin-off game. They could have a spin-off game where it's completely a shooter and you're just like killing animals, or, well, pals in this case, and that's all you're doing. Or they could even have like a Souls-like game where the pals are the bosses and you're not taming them, but you're just like fighting them with weapons and stuff like that. There's a lot they could do from the video game side of things. I think anime is pretty self-explanatory. Having a Palworld anime would be pretty jokes, especially the scenes where they're like shooting at each other and stuff. Manga, same thing, and merch is a no-brainer. So I think that this is pretty good news for Palworld in terms of its brand as a whole. I hope this does mean that they will try to get it on PlayStation at some point, because I mean, they're partnered with Sony in this aspect. Why not just bring it all together? But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I just thought this was interesting enough to explore on our own a little bit and talk about. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this is just a merch thing, or do you think that they're going to expand this into games, anime, manga, etc.? Let me know down below, and if you want to stay up to date on all things monster taming, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Peace.